The emerald cyan shroud of Uranus is an atmospheric lie. For decades, humanity looked at this featureless, frozen sphere and assumed it was a dead, inactive world. But static surfaces often conceal the most violent thermodynamics in the cosmos. Today, Awan Industries breaches the outer threshold of the solar system's most defiant giant to explore an underworld that challenges our fundamental understanding of matter itself. As we leave the upper hydrogen-helium haze behind, the pressure rises exponentially, transforming cold gas into a crushing, suffocating nightmare. We are no longer observing a planet. We are entering a cosmic pressure cooker where the laws of earthly physics are systematically crushed. Deep beneath the outer clouds lies the mantle, a vast, pitch-black ocean that scientists refer to as an ice mantle. But do not be fooled by the terminology. This is not ice as you know it. Under the immense gravitational grip of Uranus, water, ammonia, and methane are compressed into a super-pressurized, hot, dense fluid. It is a state of matter that cannot naturally exist on Earth. This fluid is highly conductive, an electric soup swirling in total darkness, generating massive thermal and electrical currents. It is a hot, boiling ocean of volatile substances, kept liquid only because the crushing weight of the atmosphere above refuses to let it expand into gas or freeze into solid ice. Imagine an ocean with no surface and no bottom. As you descend further into Uranus, the atmosphere simply becomes thicker and denser, until it seamlessly blends into the liquid mantle. There is no shoreline, no definitive boundary, where the sky ends and the sea begins. This forbidden ocean accounts for the vast majority of the planet's mass. It is a churning, chaotic graveyard of ancient molecules, trapped since the dawn of the solar system 4.5 billion years ago. The heat radiating from the deep core keeps this fluid in constant, violent motion, creating a planetary engine fueled by alien chemistry and unimaginable pressure. Unlike any other gas giant in our solar system, the upper atmospheric deck of Uranus contains a highly concentrated, toxic composition of hydrogen sulfide gas. This chemical footprint creates a terrifying environmental profile, wrapping the entire planetary perimeter in a dense sheet of highly volatile vapor that smells intensely of rotten eggs. This specialized atmospheric chemistry means that any probes entering the upper layers are exposed to an incredibly corrosive, acidic haze that instantly crystallizes into microscopic reflective sheets, creating a bizarre optical illusion that completely masks the deeper structural violent mechanisms running underneath. As this bizarre interior churns, it generates a magnetic field that defies all rules of planetary alignment. On Earth, Jupiter, and Saturn, the magnetic field is aligned relatively closely with the planet's axis of rotation, originating from a molten metallic core at the very center. Uranus completely shatters this template. Its magnetic field does not originate from its core. Instead, it is generated by the swirling, electrically conductive liquid ice mantle closer to the surface. Because of this, the magnetic field lines are shifted massively out of the planet's geometric center, displaced by an astonishing 1/3 of the planet's total radius. To make matters worse, this displaced magnetic field is tilted at a brutal 59-degree angle relative to the planet's already sideways rotational axis. As Uranus rolls along its orbit like a tumbling bowling ball, its magnetic shield does not spin smoothly. It wobbles violently, corkscrewing through space like an unbalanced gyroscope. This asymmetric magnetic field creates an erratic, chaotic barrier against the oncoming solar wind. Every single day, as the planet rotates, its magnetic lines reconnect and sever in a violent cycle, opening and closing the planet's upper atmosphere to direct bombardment from deadly solar radiation. When the magnetic shield fractures during this daily wobble, High-energy particles from the Sun crash directly into the gaseous upper atmosphere. This celestial warfare triggers faint, ghost-like ultraviolet auroras that dance across the planet's cloud tops. Unlike the structured, crown-like northern lights of Earth, the auroras of Uranus are asymmetric, scattered explosions of light that erupt unpredictably across changing latitudes. It is a visual manifestation of a broken shield, a planetary defense system that was permanently damaged during the ancient impact that knocked Uranus on its side billions of years ago. Yet, despite the chaotic magnetic warfare and the shifting interior, Uranus holds another chilling secret. It is freezing to death. Every gas giant in our solar system radiates massive amounts of internal heat left over from its formation. Neptune, Jupiter, and Saturn all glow brightly in the infrared spectrum, emitting more energy into space than they receive from the distant Sun. Uranus does not. Its internal heat engine is almost completely dead. It radiates virtually no heat into the void, making its atmosphere the coldest in the entire solar system, plunging down to a terrifying -224 degrees Celsius. Why is Uranus so anomalously cold? The answer brings us back to the catastrophic impact event from the past, when a massive protoplanet slammed into Uranus billions of years ago. The sheer kinetic energy may have fundamentally altered the planet's interior structure. It is highly probable that the cataclysmic event created a dense, stratified layer within the mantle that acts as a thermal blanket. The primordial heat generated during the planet's birth is trapped deep inside the core, unable to escape through the choked, pressurized layers of the liquid ice mantle. Uranus is a thermal prison, suffocating its own heat. Because there is so little internal heat rising to the surface, the atmosphere of Uranus lacks the thermal energy required to drive massive, raging storms like the Great Red Spot of Jupiter or the violent white storms of Saturn. This lack of convection is precisely why Uranus appears as a smooth, featureless, eerie cyan ball through our telescopes. There are no massive temperature gradients to churn the outer atmosphere into spectacular bands. It is a dead, frozen stillness, a deceptive calm that masks the crushing pressures and volatile oceans swirling thousands of miles beneath the surface veil. But do not mistake this stillness for complete passivity. Because Uranus rolls on its side, its seasons are the most extreme in known astronomy. For 21 Earth years, one pole points directly at the Sun, basking in a continuous, never-ending day. Meanwhile, the opposite hemisphere is turned completely away, plunged into a 21-year night of absolute darkness and uninterrupted cosmic winter. For over 2 decades, half the planet receives zero sunlight, causing temperatures to plummet to the absolute limits of planetary physics, while the other hemisphere absorbs constant radiation. When the planet finally moves along its 84-year orbit and approaches its equinox, the Sun begins to hit the equator directly for the first time in decades. This rapid shift in solar radiation wakes the sleeping giant. The sudden, violent heating of regions that were dark for 21 years triggers massive, chaotic atmospheric adjustments. Huge, transient storm systems, larger than entire continents on Earth, suddenly erupt out of the featureless cyan fog. Winds accelerate to a staggering 560 miles per hour, tearing through the methane clouds in a desperate attempt to balance the planetary energy equation. As we prepare to close the file on this sideways anomaly, we realize that Uranus stands as a warning. It is a testament to the chaotic, unpredictable violence of planetary evolution. It is a world where oceans are made of boiling electrical ice, where the magnetic shield screams in agony, and where toxic cloud systems permanently challenge our instruments. It is a forgotten exile, pushed to the outer dark of our solar system, holding secrets that rewrite the laws of thermodynamics. We have only scratched the surface of what lies within the deep mantle. The telemetry fades. The cold, Asymmetric grids of Uranus shrink back into the absolute darkness of the cosmic void. Humanity's understanding of this sideways tyrant remains incomplete, a puzzle with pieces scattered across 4.5 billion years of isolated exile. But the exploration of the outer dark does not end here. Production credits unlock. This has been an Awan Industries deployment. The camera backs away slowly into a dark space fade to black as the premium chiseled metallic silver Awan Industries logo smoothly fades into the center of the frame. This final sequence completes the transmission data logs for this sector, bridging the vast gap between terrestrial science and deep space telemetry.